And isn't it weird the way that we think about and the way that, we once thought about failure, like failure, a few generations ago was taboo. But now we teach our kids that failure is necessary for growth.
Exactly.
And so, like, I just have had to maybe convince myself or remind myself of that application in relationships as well. Now, what you said about trying,
fail because they're just not healthy anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, now, I do agree,
and that in and of itself is actually not a failure. That's a success. Like, I don't want something
it's a try
that is toxic. Like, how small am I if I got a toxic relationship that's thriving on the end? And I know that these three persons are freaking toxic. And if I am able to thrive in a toxic relationship, then guess who's toxic?
You. I was just gonna say, I
feel yes.
I was gonna say, as we're talking about your experiences, instead of failure, I feel success. I feel like it's a success to get rid of the excess, And with LA and what you were saying, how you change and evolve, and how you are like 2 years ago, you were a different person than you were 4 years ago. Hats off to all of your closest friends, because they must be fair weather friends, because as much as you change and evolve, they're still there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think it's just, your circle does get smaller.
Yeah.
When you grow. Yeah. That's true. But once your circle gets smaller, and then you start having pandemics and social uprisings, then you appreciate that that circle. So it's not like they withstood me and all of my growth and development. I am actually or I would like to think that I'm fighting to maintain the circle as it is gotten
it's okay. I think as you evolve, somehow that shows you I think the expanse of your friendships. Sometimes you can have a friend that does not get any bigger and larger in life than you, but they're still your friend. And they love it when you bloom and you blossom, no matter how it is. So when, how some of these stars and different ones say, you start changing when you start getting some money. And the thing about it is, you can't be the same. And if your change is causing people to fall off, then that's not always the worst thing. Sometimes they say the sum of who you are is the sum of the 5 friends that surround you. And if you're trying to look around and trying to figure out who you are, why you are, and what's happening great and not so great for you, sometimes you have to kind of take a look and take an inventory of those people that are closest to you and that are surrounding you. And at this age in my life, with the things that I've been happy to be and happy to do, and friends I've had and things and stuff like that, it really feels good when it's 3 a.m. and you can call at least 1 or 2 girlfriends. Now I got a couple of friends, but a BFF is no joke. When you have a BFF, you got a good thing. And a BFF, I don't know how it happens or when it happens, but that's why my latest thing is friendships are uncomfortable and inconvenient.
What were you going to say something about 2 a.m, 3 a.m?
Because I've been through some things with some friends, and she didn't call me at 2 o'clock in the morning going, he in there with somebody. I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm in the parking lot, and I'm going, okay, well, I have to be at work at 8 in the morning. What do I need to do? And she's crying, and she wants to storm the door.
You gotta get up.
And I'm going with 47. We can't do that anymore. We have slashed tires already. We have cracked windshields already. We put sugar in the tanks already. We are 50 years old. We can't be doing this. So I'm on the phone at 5 in the morning. I'm talking you down because a heartache, Taylor, at 20 years old is the same heartache at 45 years old. And when your BFF calls you at 3 in the morning, you need to pick up and leave the bedroom because your husband's trying to sleep. And get away, Taylor, because your baby needs to go to bed, and go downstairs in the kitchen and pour some coffee, and you're going to be on the phone for a minute.
Right.
Because you're going to need to talk that girlfriend down.
Yeah.
And that's just
wait. You said make coffee now. Well, that's like,
I'm trying to keep this kind of, everything is wine with me. Because I'm not making coffee.
It depends on what okay. Yeah, I was going to say it depends on what time it is. We can have wine or we can have coffee, but I'm going to be on this phone.
And so, because you don't understand where friendships come. And I know, now I'll tell you guys, yes, LaDuanya is my niece. But LaDuanya is my friend. And we have a rhythm. You understand what I'm saying? We have a rhythm. And every friend has a different rhythm, right? So I know I could go 30 days and maybe not talk to LaDuanya because I might see something on Facebook, I might see it, but guess what? I need to hear her voice and to holler at her, and she does the same to me. And if I call her, she can't answer within less than 16 hours, LaDuanya's gonna call back. Now I got another friend. She's my best friend. Her name is Jay. Real name, Jay. I can call Jay on a Monday. Jay gonna take maybe 48 hours to call me back. But if I call her 3 times, Jay gonna call me right back. You have to learn your rhythm with your friends. Now my best friend Kim, since we were 12, I can call her. She might pick up, she might not pick up. Then when she pick up, all I gotta do is say, hey, what's going on? What's wrong with you? So you have to learn your friends, like you know your kids. As soon as your child, Tale, LaDuanya, walk through that door, depends upon which way they hold that head to the left and which eye does like this, what kind of day they had at school. What sibling they've been in a fight with LaDuanya, right? What food made them sick. What clothes made them itch, and what teacher pissed them off.
Knowing the rhythm, yeah.
When you have friends and they are your friends, they can come through your door and sit on your couch. You can tell by the way they walk. They can call you. You can tell by the way they say, hey, girl, what's going on? That something's wrong. Sometimes I can tell, and I tell my friends, if I could tell something going on with your post and I haven't heard from you, then something's going on with our friendship. Because I don't want to find out something's wrong with you through Facebook or Instagram or tweet or whatever. What y'all do? Snapchat?
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
And you know what, Michelle? The fact that you brought up social media, let me ask Taylor this and then I'm going to wrap up.
Okay.
Taylor, social media, how has that affected your friendships or not? Does it change things? Do people get mad? If you go out with one friend, do you have another friend that may be upset? How does that work with social media?
That's happened to me a couple of times, especially with me going to school, and me being with that friend group of 5, and I'm like, oh, she looks like fun. We should hang out with her. We should hang out with them. And it's no. But they see you hanging out with them, and then they'll feel some kind of way or this, that, and the third. It's oh, you went out to the club and you didn't invite me type stuff. And it's just when you have different friend groups, sometimes it can get kind of messy, I guess you can say like that. But with me and my friends, I was blessed with some pretty darn great friends. So I don't really run into those problems a lot, but it does stir up problems for people
Do you ever find yourself where you don't post on social media just because you don't want X person or Y person to see? You decide to just keep some things under wraps, or
Mm-mm.
okay, okay.
Never.